Hey guys, Shanzi here. Sorry for the lack of content. My daughter has been down with the C virus and I've gotten a cough and flu. Since I can't really head out to hunt these days, I thought to perhaps talk about updated weapon builds with the introduction of Banbaro, Radovan, Barioth, and Zinogre. With Barioth and Zinogre, we can now get Ice Attack 5 and Thunder Attack 5. So let's take a look on how the different builds have changed. Once again, I need to emphasize that there are probably better builds out there, and this is what I would have made for myself. Builds should also be fluid and adjusted accordingly to the different monsters if required. For Black Diablo's bow, you can go with Zinogre helm and boots, Radiant gloves and koi for burst 5, and Poké chest for focus 1. This makes you fire slower, but you hit harder. Alternatively, you can go with Zinogre helm, Radiant gloves and koi for burst 4, Poké chest and Jura boots for focus 3. If this is still too slow for you, you can simply swap out Zinogre helm for Poké helm for focus 4, burst 3. You can go with the best and most effective build, but if it doesn't work for you, the build won't be effective. Choose a build based on your playstyle and preference so that you can make the best out of it. If you are not confident with your gameplay, go with Focus 4, Burst 3 build and adjust accordingly when you feel that you can go with lesser focus. Similar to Black Diablo's bow, you can go with Ice Attack 5, Focus 3 build. Poké helm and Jura boots for focus 3, Barioth chest, gloves and Legiana koi for Ice Attack 5. If focus 3 is too slow, you can swap out Barioth chest for Poké chest to get focus 4, Ice Attack 4. For Thunder, we can go with Poké helm and Jura boots for focus 3, Toby chest and koi, and Zinogre gloves for Thunder Attack 5. Alternatively, we can swap out Toby chest for Poké chest for focus 4, Thunder Attack 4. For Light Bowgun, we can finally get Fire 2 with Reload 3 and Recoil 3 with this build, Anjanath helm for Fire 2, Paolumu chest and Barioth boots for Recoil 3, Legiana gloves and Zinogre koi for Reload 3. We can go with Banbaro helm and Paolumu chest for Recoil 3, Legiana gloves and Zinogre koi for Reload 3, and Jagras boots for Water 2. For hammers, we can totally drop off focus. Back in my previous video, I had added in some focus, but to be honest, after trying out hammer without focus, I think we can just go with full damage. For raw hammer, I went with this build because it seems to cover all aspects of hammer. Black Diablo's helm for Pulpbreaker 2, Rathalos chest for Weakness Exploit 2, Radiant gloves for Lock On and Burst 2, Pink Radiant for Crit 2, and Diablo's boots for Slugger 2 and Pulpbreaker 1. For fire, we can go with Anjanath helm and gloves, Rathalos koi for Fire Attack 5, Rathalos chest for Weakness Exploit 2, and Kulu boots for Crit 2. We can go with Kulu helm for Lock On and Crit Eye 1, Pink Radiant koi for Crit 2, Jura chest, gloves and Jagras boots for Water Attack 5. We can go with Kulu helm for Lock On and Crit Eye 1, Rathalos boots for Weakness Exploit 1, Barioth chest, gloves and Legiana koi for Ice Attack 5. For Thunder hammer, we can go with Kulu helm for Crit 1 and Lock On, Rathalos chest for Weakness Exploit 2, Zinogre gloves and boots, and Toby koi for Thunder Attack 5. If you do not have enough Zinogre parts, you can swap out Rathalos chest for Toby chest and Zinogre boots for Rathalos boots. Sword and Shield and Longsword really benefit from the introduction of Zinogre. With Zinogre parts, we can go with Burst 5, Zinogre helm and boots, Radiant gloves and koi for Burst 5, and Referral's chest for weakness exploit 2. Do note that you will have to be really aggressive if you are using this build on longsword. Greatsword Raw can stick with the current Resentment build. We can go with Black Diablo's Helm, chest and gloves for Resentment 4, Pathbreaker 2 and Focus 1, Referral's Coil and Juratona's Coil for Focus 3. This gives you Resentment 4, Focus 4 and Pathbreaker 2. We can go with Kulu Helm for Crit Iron 1 and Lock On, Referral's Boots for Weakness Exploit 1, Barrier of Chest, Gloves, and Legiana Coil for Ice Attack 5. For Greatsword, we can go with Poke Helm, Chest, and Jura Boots for Focus 4, Barrier of Gloves and Legiana Coil for Ice Attack 4. For Thunder, we can go with Kulu Helm for Crit Iron 1 and Lock On, Referral's Chest for Weakness Exploit 2, Zinogre Gloves and Boots, and Toby Coil for Thunder Attack 5. If you do not have enough Zinogre parts, we can swap out Referral's Chest for Toby Chest and Zinogre Boots for Referral's Boots. For Greatsword, we can go with Poke Helm, Chest, and Jura Boots for Focus 4, Zinogre Gloves and Toby Coil for Thunder Attack 4. That's it. This is my updated builds post-Zinogre. If the builds aren't listed here, such as fire builds, it just means that there are no changes to the current meta. I hope this helps you with your builds. As usual, if you have alternate builds, please post your builds in the comment section below and we can have a discussion about it. Alright, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.